Hi guys, this is Sati Verma. I'm showing you another experiment today, but before that, let me explain where I'm getting the material from there. So these are the fruits. This is probably the pumpkin, lemon gourd, or long gourd, not the lemon gourd. This is my small veggie garden here, 2, 3 beds. The reason I'm showing you this is because a zucchini that was dying, I took the green leaves out of it and I'm trying to find a solution for my worm bed. So this is the bed. I'm making compost and the worms are there. So if I can show you the dig, see, this is where I buried the zucchini that was eaten by the raccoons. You can see there are worms. Where are they? They're hiding, but they're there. They're there, a couple of them. So okay, so I'm trying to get some food ready for them, but during the process I'll show you something. This is plum. While I'm going to my solution, I show you. This is an apple tree. I'm keeping it dwarf and making an espalier out of it. So if you can see, I take this branch, straighten this up. This is a bamboo stick. I tie it with them, so I make it in a shape that will stay horizontal to the fence, and then I'll be pruning it this summer as well. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. Nectarine. This is a rose bush. This is my cherry. I keep it small, probably 3 feet high. Bird bath. Coming back to my solution. Okay, so I took the zucchini leaves and dumped them in water. This is 48 hours. You can see the water is getting yellow. It means I can use this water as a manure or a fertilizer. And these leaves, they will form the food for my worms. So I'll show you further how I do it. So these green leaves that I drenched them in water, completely submerged them for 48 to 72 hours. The color of water is now yellowish. I wouldn't drench them for more than 72 hours because it will start smelling. It is stinky already. But it is a good food for the worm bin. I showed you earlier, this is my worm bin. And until here, it's all fertilizer already. So I feed them 3-4 times these green leaves. This is a kitchen waste, you can see. So they are so hungry. They consume everything within a week, and I have to make this leaf drenched in green leaves, these are, and I drench them in water and I feed them every week, and they kind of like it, and they're turning it into compost within a week. So I will continue dumping all this material, which you can see here. Oh boy, but it gets stinky after 72 hours. You cannot stand it. It smells so bad because of the anaerobic bacteria that generates within this. They reproduce and kind of. But this is how I will spread it over, and then I'll cover it with a cardboard. I'll put 1 layer of shredded papers as well, and then I cover it with a cardboard to keep it wet. And it's working nice. It's working perfect. It's turning into compost within a week. So I'll show you what I do with the remainder of the water. Thank you. So this is one layer of green leaves that was soaked for 48 hours, or probably 48, between 48 and 72. When it starts smelling, I mean, it was stinky, man. And then these are the paper shreds. So I'll put another layer of paper shreds like this. I'll cover those. It will try to retain the moisture. I'll spread it out and I'll show you further what I do with this. So here is the next layer of the paper shreds, or even if I get the cardboards from Amazon shipping, I'll shred them, and they love cardboard. And then I will cover it up with the cardboard so that it retains the moisture. So this was the Ninja. So I will cover it. This was the Ninja food processor that we got last year. The cardboard was still lying, so I'll cover it up with the cardboard so it still keeps the moisture. The problem is because this warm bin is out and this is already summer, it keeps losing the moisture, and I had to add water to it to keep it remain wet. So the worms like it. They don't like the dry condition, so I have to monitor it and add some water if it starts becoming dry. So these are the leaves. I fed them last week and the paper shed. They were so hungry, they already ate them all and converted them to a perfect manure. So I added this week again, and this experiment so far is working great. So I'll take the leaves from my backyard garden, the leaves that are drying, that are useless, that I'll discard anyway, and compost them, because I leave all these material over winter, and then it serves as a mulch for me, and I'll plant them, the further plants over and top of that mulch. But whatever the leaves I can cut and use, I use it this way to soak them in water, drenching for 72 hours, between 48 and 72. When I see it start smelling fermented, then I'll use those green leaves in my warm bin, because the leaves will be more mushy, and the worms like it that way. And then I'll use the remainder water, dilute it, and use for my potted plants. That will work as a fertilizer. So it's a double win for me. I'll tell you how I use this water that's already fermented, yellow in shape. So here we are again. This is the water remaining after taking all the leaves out. This has turned yellow in color. It still has fraction of leaves. I'm not much worried about it. So I'll take, let me show you how I dilute it. So this is half jug. So I'll take half of it, and then I add this half, and then let me add water and dilute it. So it is already smelling. I mean, it's getting stinky. So past 72 hours, the smell would be unbearable. So let's do it, because this is half. So I will add 4 of these jugs, 4 jugs of water. This is one, and I'm taking it from the pipe here. So this is one, is already there. This is jug number 2. Okay, let me take this out of the way. This is jug number 3, and this is jug number 4. So this is 1:8, half into 4. So 1:8 solution, and it works as a good fertilizer. Let me show you. This is my hibiscus plant. So I add 1, and probably I'll add 2. So if I feed this solution to the plants, and this is the third time in 3 weeks I'm doing it. So probably it will need more, but I mean, that was the point. If I have wasted leaves which are green, so I can soak them for 72 max, and between 48 and 72. People have experimented with 1 week of soaking, but that will smell so bad I wouldn't be able to stand. So I'm using 48 to 72. When the water turns yellow, I use that water as a compost tea, dilute it as 1:8, and then supply that nutrition to my potted plants. And those mushy leaves, my earthworms like that too much, so I'm getting a double benefit. And then the fertilizer is ready. The warm compost is ready within a week. So it's a win-win situation for me. I did it for 3 weeks already. I'll be appreciating if you can post your comments as to whether you have tried this experiment before, and if I can improve it further, what should I be doing, or am I doing okay? So whatever your experiences are, please share it with me. I'll highly appreciate that. Thank you very much. Have yourself a wonderful day. Bye-bye.